Alright guys, we're back here with the sawmill. We're starting at the beginning, which is the motor. So I'm kind of suspicious based on the fact that the exhaust is full of rust, dirt, and everything else you don't want in your engine. So this might be a piece of junk, it might be worthwhile, but we're going to start by opening it up, seeing can it be rebuilt, what's it look like in there. Until then, it's just kind of a large item in the way. As you can see, I'm kind of packed up already, so we're going to find out if this is worthwhile, if it's junk. So we're just going to start taking it apart, probably find something out. Hopefully it's good news. So we're going to start by pulling the carburetor off, then we'll pull the manifolds, and then we'll pull these tubes, valve covers, and right down we go. So. Exciting, huh? There's the carb. Hopefully has a little bit of junk in it. That might be salvageable. It doesn't look too crusty. Yeah, it's a Zenith. But I gotta move the rest of it. Alright. Take off this line. It looks like that's pretty well in the way. Can't really skip it. It connects too many things. Take this guy off. It's kind of neat. The older stuff, they used hard lines for a lot. They're really kind of nice. This motor was in the condition that you guys saw it start in, so it wouldn't surprise me since the sawmill had a log stuck in the blade and the covers were all off the motor, a couple of the lines were off. It wouldn't surprise me if someone had motor problems, and that's kind of the end of the mill. But we'll find out here soon. Whether this motor is toast or good and what happened. Although, I mean, this motor probably hasn't run in, would that be 32, 33 years at least, as far as I know. So, it's been stuck together for a while. looks like this whole manifold's coming off as one piece because it is intake and exhaust are bolted together. Probably going to have a good weight to it. It looks like it's all cast iron. Let's see how well this old gasket's stuck. Looks like it might be an old asbestos gasket. It's about the right era. Not quite sure. Can't reuse it anyway. Looks homemade. Luckily those are pretty easy to make. You can probably buy them too if I had to guess. Should be it. Oh yeah, look at that. That is packed. Absolutely packed with junk. That's not a good sign. There's a lot more in there too. And let's see, we got some pine cones. Yeah, the heads are full of rusty junk. That's a pretty bad sign. That one's not. Looks like our intakes are good, but the exhaust definitely got some water in it. Well, I guess we'll see what's open and closed for valves as we get in there. Not looking too good though. Let's see. Next, we're going to take the tops apart. So our valve covers are coming off, but we're going to start with this coolant tube, which runs to our radiator. I don't know if these are going to come off. We might just cut them. We aren't going to reuse them, so it doesn't matter. We've got a line of bolts across the top here, which look like they probably hold the head too. That is full of junk. Little tap to loosen it up. There's the thermostat. That's not too full of junk. Surprisingly, there's less water in the water system than on the exhaust. Not really how it's supposed to be. Let's see, now I already took the nuts off, so we can get a little tap. Get the valve covers. Careful not to break the casting, 'cause that'd be bad. This one does already have a hole in it. I'm guessing from when the building fell on it. Sounds like the whole building of the mill fell. Ooh. Well, see that bolt definitely leaked. A lot of fuzzy rust. And this is not looking very good. This valve spring's off to the side, but it's very crusty with rust. The push rods look okay. There's still some oil on them. Well, if anything's going to really move. That stuff is solid. Might be solid, but if the rest of it's good, I bet I can probably heat it up and soak it in some oil and use a few little tricks and get that going. Oh, there's a mouse nest. That's nice. That doesn't help things. Grab another tray. We don't really need this everywhere. Nasty. It's like red yarn. Must have been something red in the building. Mice are awful. They ruin everything. This is an LE 151. Cast straight into it. not the recommended way to lift it, but there we go. There's the bottom. It's kind of rusty. Valves were open. A lot of metal there. These two cylinders don't look too darn horrible. There's a pretty good rust scale on this one. Oh, there's kind of a cool one. All the carbon and rust from the bottom of the valve. But I don't see any evidence of serious scoring or anything. Let's see if we can get this other one off. Ooh, that's not good. Open valve. Ooh, this one's got a broken off valve. As you can see right here, that valve's just missing. That's probably why this motor was junked. Or the whole sawmill, rather. And this hole, it's probably just water. And there's a hole in the side of this piston, or cylinder. So, unless these are sleeves, I'd say this motor's about done. Actually, you know, that is a sleeve. That's a wet sleeve motor. That means this can be saved if the bottom's any good. But I'll find, I don't feel the valve in there, but well, that might be it. It's hard to tell. Yeah, there we go. So it broke off a valve right next to a cylinder that has a hole in the side of it. So something let loose. And it's not particularly happy. It looks like if we take off this tube, we can probably take off the cylinders. It looks like those are probably the same studs holding everything together, so I guess we'll keep going. Well, folks, I think we're going to call it good for now. This is the one that I would think would move easier. It doesn't have a hole in it. It's really not moving. We got a hole in this liner, we got a valve off. Not quite sure what happened to this thing, but it had a catastrophic failure. I can see inside the water jacket is very rusty. I know there's plenty of water in here, if there's that much water in the cylinders, and didn't mention it before, but the dipstick is completely seized in there. I'd be willing to bet this thing is probably just as rusty through the rest of it. So if anybody's interested in Minneapolis Moline, wants the motor for parts, fixing, whatever, contact me. It's here for now. We're probably going to go a different way for powering, whether it's PTO or one of a few different motors I've got around. We'll think about it a little bit and we'll move forward. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this. Like the videos and have a good day.